Schwartz with PVpallet here in the PVpallet warehouse, and I'm here today to walk you through our PVpallet Series XL. Our Series X, which you see on our website, was designed for shipping M6 solar panels, and the overwhelming feedback from our customer base is that we needed a solution to ship the larger M10 solar panels, and that is what the Series XL is here to do. Now, the standard length of the Series XL, internal length, is 90 inches, so it can ship modules that are up to 90 inch in length. That said, we can also have the ability to customize the length. So if you do have other size solar panels, when you place your order, you tell us what length you need and we can adjust it accordingly. This is a great pallet for use with EPCs and utility scale projects in particular, and I'll explain why that is in a few minutes. But functionally, it's exactly the same as our Series X, in that to erect the unit, you unlatch the sidewalls and put the walls up into their slot. To engage the braces, it's the exact same as the Series X. The brace arms are nested into this wall and you just swing them around and latch them into place. Now, one thing to note on the Series XL, in contrast to the Series X, is that because of the extended length, you don't have adjustability in the length. These are locked into place, so they are set at whatever that length is that you need for your panels, whether that's 90 inches or another custom length. Now, one thing that's worth noting as you assemble these PVpallet Series XL is that there is a limitation on the stackability of these units, in that it is limited to 2 high stacking, whether that's in a warehouse or in transit, versus a Series XL where you can stack 4 high. And the main reason for that is that as we get longer in length, you will start to see more of a sag, and we want to make sure that that is not an issue for our customers. So again, we limit to 2 high stacking on the Series XL. Some other great benefits, especially as we're talking about utility scale sites, is that because this is made out of HDPE recycled plastic, it does not deteriorate compared to a wood pallet. As we all know, on utility scale sites, those wood pallets sit out in the elements for sometimes months at a time and they become dilapidated and fall apart. You don't obviously get that with a plastic product. So that's a huge benefit. It also makes transportation easier and more efficient for your labor staff, whether that's on the truck itself or out in the field. Putting solar panels on and off of these is much, much easier than what you have to do when you're banding and strapping and working with poor quality wood pallets. One other thing that's great is you can flat stack or vertical stack in a PV pallet. When you flat stack, you're just going from the ground up, building a queue out. If you vertical stack, you still get the benefits of our load management system that's integrated into our sidewalls with these blue slider handles that you can lock into place. And that does a couple things. One, it makes your labor much simpler on site because it makes it easy to load and unload without modules falling over, potentially breaking, people getting hurt. It also allows for ease of transportation. So when you're moving extra modules around the site, you're not having those issues as well with losses or potentially things getting broken. So we find that's a big, big win for our utility scale customers. In particular, our EPC customers are big fans of the PVpallet Series XL for a few reasons. It gives them an ability to store loose modules on site. And you can, again, if you have flat ground, you can stack these 2 high. So you can get some good efficient loading on site in your laydown areas. Another huge win for utility scale job sites is oftentimes you'll get to the end of a row and the row never has the right number of modules to line up with the number of modules that are in a pallet. So you end up with excess modules at the end of a row. How do you get those to the next row safely so that you can continue with the installation? We found that our utility scale customers at the very least like to buy a handful of these to have on site so that they have a way to easily load and transport those excess modules from row to row throughout the job site. Lastly, on utility scale job sites, waste disposal is a huge issue. It takes a lot of manpower to gather up all the trash on site, and on top of that, it costs sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars to haul waste off of these utility scale job sites. So with a reusable PV pallet, you're eliminating that waste disposal altogether and drastically improving your labor efficiency on site in terms of what would be waste collection. In our case, you're collecting collapsed pallets and returning them for reuse. So huge win on both labor and waste disposal. Thank you for the opportunity for allowing me to walk you through the Series XL today. If you have any questions about the Series XL pallet, please reach out to our sales team, sales@pvpallet.com, or submit an inquiry through our website. Appreciate it.